The good deed that brought Sizzla Kalonji, Maxine Stowe, and Father Zana together. A dancehall artist, Razor B, is getting a lot of love in the soca space. But what is it about his art that the soca market finds so appealing? Razor B will be here to answer. UWI Carnival makes banging return to the Mona campus next week. And meet the young singing sensation who answers the call for young artists to embrace roots reggae and is already getting a huge buzz among key industry players. All coming up right here on our stage. Welcome to the show, everyone. I am Winfred Williams. We'll be right back.
On Stage with Winfred Williams.
UWI Carnival is promising a banging return to the Mona campus with a slate of events beginning March 16. On our stage right now are Javante Webster and Samar Reed from UWI Gill and Campus Elite. Right now, right here on our stage to chat the fullness of this return staging of UE Carnival. Gentlemen, welcome.
Welcome. Thanks.
Blessed love.
Definitely a pleasure to be here.
Thanks for having us.
Oh, it's good to have you to explain for us why you want to continue to revel on the campus. Anyway, take it away and tell us though.
All right, so as you stated rightfully, UE Carnival is coming back this year with a bang. It's been 3 years. And we intend to bring back the whole idea of amalgamation of various Caribbean cultures. You know, University of West Indies is a regional institution. And as such, Carnival is an opportunity for us to embrace our cultures. And to be fair, it's a definitive experience that each university must have. So we're kind of trying to bring it back as best as possible for this year.
So where was it in 2019?
2019, pre-COVID, was, entertainment on a whole in Jamaica, and even the university was at a peak.
Yes.
So
it was banging.
It was banging.
2019.
Yes.
Okay.
In 2019, we, Campus Elite, that is, approached the guild with a partnership proposition to offer a reimagined approach to the UE Carnival experience. More specifically, the After Ring Road party.
Okay.
Right? So our intent then was to add a new event to the lineup so as to increase the value offering. For context, After Ring Road, they usually have the trucks park up, and it was like a big vibes done by the student union.
Yeah.
Now, what we proposed was to structure that into an event. Yes. I think back then we had Spice that was supposed to perform, but during the week of UE Carnival, COVID, so kick our foot, so to speak.
Yeah. So it was revamped? It was revamped in 2019?
Yes.
And what didn't really get to happen. So that's what you're bringing forward now?
Oh, definitely.
Same?
Definitely.
So where's Spice?
What would you call it? Double. Oh, well, would that bring Spice this year? We'd love to have her. I don't know if she's available.
You're still working on that?
We're still working on it. Keeping our fingers crossed.
Okay, Spice, come.
So yeah, man, please.
We do have.
Yes.
But we have the dancehall artist right now, Valiant. That will be debuting at UE Carnival Ring Road the aftermath. So it will be his first performance on the UE Mona campus, and we think it's fitting to have the return of Carnival and such a big act there. Javante there are other events.
Yeah.
The launch party we spoke of earlier. The Juve.
Yes.
The Ring Road. Ring Road is going to be Saturday. Ring Road starts at about 1 o'clock. After Ring Road, we go to Aftermath. Then on Sunday, we have the beach party, which is by Sugarman's Beach.
Yeah.
Transportation.
But we finished with, shouldn't Ring Road be the culmination?
well,
that's how Carnival normally
over the years,
done, right?
the beach party is more like a cool down event. you know.
Yes.
Oh. After you go up, so I have to cool down.
Cool down, you know.
Yeah,
okay.
So we ensure all transportation provided free of cost from the University of West Indies to Sugarman Beach, back, everything supported like that.
So you're saying who are you appealing to be part of this, to come out, to support?
So definitely, you know, our target audience will definitely be students in and around university age group, of course. However, UWI Carnival is not just for university students, not just for UWI students. It's for the masses. You know, Carnival is a way of life. It's really an inclusive space. So generally, I'm saying our ideal target audience would be university students in terms of university technology, UWI, CMU, etc. However, there's no age gap. You know, there is no age group that we're specifically say, oh, you can't come, you can't. Everybody's welcome to your carnival, everybody's welcome to experience what we're experiencing.
So because of COVID, what you find now is that we have about 3 generations of students.
Yeah.
So persons who are in 3rd year now at the University of the West
Never
Indies
see
and other universities have never experienced UWI Carnival.
People graduated and never see carnival yet.
Right. So with the return of UWI Carnival, it is indeed a bang because we have persons who, one, are nostalgic, who may have experienced it once or twice, who want to come back, and then we have persons who have anticipated
For years.
To participate.
So what's free, what's not?
All right, let me take that one.
How about you?
All right, so launch party. As I said, you know, launch party goes on Thursday. Launch party is just $1,500. I think it's $1,000 if you have a UI ID. So $1,500 if you don't have a UI ID, right?
Student ID.
Student ID. So Juve is going to be the Friday. Juve is $4,500. You know, Juve is going to have a massive foam pit, water, paint, everything. Juve goes from about 9 o'clock to 4 o'clock next morning. Ring Road is free, fully free. However, you can get your drinking ban. So you pay, what, $2,500 for a drinking ban? You drink all day, you know, unlimited liquor all day. What's that class?
Okay.
What's the class?
Okay.
And for aftermath is $4,000 at the gate.
Right, 4,000 general tickets right now, and 8,500 VIP, drink inclusive. So we decided to go with a VIP experience, and you know, spoke of appeal on the market. So that specifically
alumni
geared towards the alumni and persons who may not want to be in that, you know, mosh pit of
and you can have your season band. So season band's available. So for a platinum band is $23,000, VIP access to all events, drink inclusive to all events. And your silver band is $11,000, access to all events.
So the money you make from it, what do you do with it?
All right, so generally the funds that are generated from Carnival, so you know the Umona Guild institution operates semi-autonomously to the University of West Indies. So generally the funds that we generate from Carnival are implemented back into our programs and our policies that we as the Guild operate with. So in terms of actually, you know, so for instance, as Vice President, I'm not the person directly who plans Carnival. I'm also the spokesperson, but I'm in charge of welfare and student development. So funds generated from Carnival will be reallocated into my welfare programs like our feeding programs or our financial assistance program, etc. So it kind of really a way to provide
fees for
students,
for the less fortunate.
Right. Yeah, definitely.
Good. Well, we're appealing to our following of viewers right now to check you out, to come to go on campus.
Yeah, man, you want to Guild at Instagram.
Right.
Yeah.
And yeah.
So for tickets, you can get your tickets at the Guild office, or you can go to Genius Pharmacy in Portmore, Ribbies in by Arden, or you can go on Eventure online. Our ambassadors for Campus Elite who are selling tickets as well.
Yes, and if you want the aftermath tickets to see Valiant, among others, it's Campus Elite, jm.com/the aftermath.
Isn't Razor B on it?
Razor B is definitely on the show as well.
Oh yes, so you know, Razor B is in the studio.
Razor B actually, you know, we've been having conversations about Razor B. You know, we identify him as the Jamaican soca sensation.
Yeah, man.
I want to introduce him as such at the Youth Carnival this year.
He's now in ranking with the Trinis.
Yeah.
A Jamaican soca sensation.
He's loved on the campus.
Yeah,
I can say that for a fact.
Yes.
He's loved. Yeah. He's appreciated.
And well, we'll be talking to him shortly. So we'll hear from him.
Yeah, man.
Yes.
How am I going with soca? You know what I mean? Because the Trinis are blazing dance all
yes.
in.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, of course.
Proper. So let's reciprocate.
Which is right.
Okay, well, Razor is coming up. And gentlemen, thanks for coming.
Really appreciate
it. Looking forward.
I'll thank someone from my
On stage will be present. On stage will be present.
Yeah, man.
And still to come right here on our stage, meet the new singing sensation find for Roots Reggae. The three-way partnership between Sizzla, Father Zana, and Maxine Stone for education in Jamaica. And Razor B enjoys special love in soca. All coming up right here on our stage.
On Stage with Winfred Williams.
The call for young Jamaican artists to embrace roots one-drop reggae has been very loud for a long time. Today we are happy to introduce a young man with extraordinary talent who has answered the call and already generating quite a buzz among those who have heard him.
Fresh Jamaica.
Right now, right here on our stage, Kevoy Clarke. Kevoy, sir.
Yes, my blessings.
Good to meet you. Welcome. Yeah? People are very happy about you.
Yeah.
Your music, you embracing roots one-drop reggae.
Yes, lovers rock. Yes, really and truly.
Yeah.
Love the way our reggae music sweet, you know?
You started singing at 3, very tender age. Reggae got you then or later?
Well, later.
Later?
Yeah.
How?
Well, I started doing music in church, and then I started to go to high school. I was introduced to a couple music teachers, and I started to go on all together sing JCDC, and that's where I fell in love with reggae, and I found my inspiration from Romain Virgo, and just started to, sing reggae music and write my songs,
So, it's not surprising that you get inspiration from Romain Virgo, because you remind me, when I saw you first time, you remind me of him, that range, that voice, you know what I mean? So he was one of those who inspired you.
Yes.
So who else were you singing or listening to, other reggae artists?
I was listening to Barry Salmon, Dennis Brown, Chronics, and trust me, I love the way how they do live shows, and trust me, that inspired me to do music even more. I started to perform on stage. I even opened Rebel Salute the other day.
Yes.
And I started doing many songs. I have over 20 songs in the studio, and I recording continuously,
So, when you look around you, your cohorts, your age group, what are they saying to you about you being reggae and not dancehall and so on? Do you get that, where people are saying?
No, I don't. I don't get that, because people know me as a singer. Like growing up, I love to sing reggae music, so people know me as that. So they wouldn't expect dancehall from me, to be honest.
Yeah, they wouldn't.
They wouldn't.
So reggae is more acceptable, because you're Christian, are you?
Yes, I am.
So, and it's more acceptable among Christians, reggae.
No.
No?
No.
It's not? You doing reggae was a breach of Christian principles?
Yes, according to them, according to them.
So you are a rebel? You're a rebel Christian now? You mean they're looking at you as a rebel in Christendom?
Really and truly, I don't know anyone, but I love to entertain people, and reggae music is my passion,
Yes.
That is what I do.
Yes, you're passionate about it, and even though your church is not with you on it, you're insisting that you want to express yourself through this medium, reggae, and in particular, roots one drop. Yeah?
That's it.
Okay. There's a record out for you now. How do you feel about it?
I feel really great. Country Road, Girl You're Mine, Give Me Your Love, Can We Talk, a cover version of Can We Talk. I have them all on Spotify, and they're really great songs.
Okay,
We're actually working on an EP
all right, so
for this year.
We're going to take the video, and then after that, we're going to talk about who produced this song, and how you brought him back into the production studio. But let's go to the song.
Almost 7, West Jamaica, George Mountain, shining down the river. All all my friends there, holding on those rich, younger than the mountain, blowing like a breeze. Country road, take me home to the place I belong. West Jamaica, my own mama, take me home. Country road, yeah. I heard a voice in the morning, how she calls me, said, son, you remind me of my home far away. And driving down the road, I feel a sickness, sickness. Oh, yesterday, yesterday. All my memories, all gathered round her. Mama lady, swimming through the waters, dark and dusty, painted across the sky. Misty taste of moonshine, tears fall from my eyes. Country road, take me home to the place I belong. West Jamaica, my own mama, take me home. Country road.
Country Road. That one from the legendary Toots. From Toots and the Maytals, Kevoy, Clarke. This remake, brethren, is wow. I wonder if it's rivaling the original.
I wonder that as well.
Yes, this is a powerful rendition of this classic record from a youngster like you, my friend. I don't think anyone will have a dispute with you about what justice you, the way you deliver this song, your rendition of this Toots. Them man, their voice not easy to follow, you know. And you're on this record like it's yours, like you wrote it, you made it. You own the record, my virgin, and I mean, I tell you, it's impressive. And it's showing all your range. Yeah, it's showing the range of the extent of your talent in this one record. And it would be a shame if you weren't, I don't know, you had to be on a reggae record with that voice.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, it fits you very well. And we hope that, no pressure, but we're hoping you will help to resurrect the genre among young Jamaicans.
Yes, I even planning to take my music to a whole different level because my aim is actually to get a Grammy Award soon. Yes. I'm going to take this. I want to travel the entire world to deliver positive lyrics and let people understand because I want to spread peace, love, and happiness with my music.
Yes.
That's my aim,
Right. Okay, so let's speak about the man who recorded you, Jack Scorpio, the legendary great Jack. What was it like working with Jack? You actually made him reopen his studio, which was closed, and he was now radio announcer and thing. Jack, you brought him back to life. Well, I mean, he was still very active, playing and clashing and all these things, but Jack is now back in studio as a result of you. Are you aware of that?
I am really aware of it.
Yes. Yeah. And you're happy about that?
I'm really happy. Yeah. I went in the studio the first time. Bob Knuckles and Lisa Cohen actually carried me to the studio, introduced me to Jack Scorpio. I went in there and I started to sing Girl You're Mine, a single of mine. Yeah, and when I started to sing, I seen like everybody out there, I wonder like, oh, this a boy I can sing, so like, and we just did it, girl, you're mine, girl, you're mine, oh. And everybody just started to groove. Uncle Jack helped me with some of the lyrics, asked me why the girl is mine, Mm-hmm. So I remember that day so good. And along the line, bear in mind, when I stepped in that studio, I did not know Uncle Jack was a legend in the business. I did not know personally. Yeah. It's when Jack Scarpio carried me to Rebel THQ, and I sing Country Road there, and the way how the crowd are real up when me I sing Country Road, boy, me I tell you, say, I really Uncle Jack this? And then we started to research, and I said, Jesus, are this? And Uncle Jack is really a legend in the business, and I'm happy that I'm working with him.
Okay. Well, my friend, we're happy too that you're working with him, that you've put your voice on this record. Yeah, I mean, I think it deserves all the love that we can find in us, especially Jamaicans, for to give you love for this record, send you on in the global reggae dancehall space to represent as a youngster. To represent young Jamaica, because we're somewhat lost in that global space, where the foundation, roots rock, reggae, is created this massive global platform, but it's not being serviced enough by youngsters from Jamaica, and it's good to see that you're rising to the occasion. No pressure. No Take pressure. Your time, be young. Just have fun, my friend, but you're bringing us glory. But don't carry us on your shoulder, those of us who want that. Because, when we go to places around the world, we're always reminded of what we've done musically to other cultures, other nationals. I mean, the scope is not always understood by us. We Jamaicans, we don't know the extent of reggae's impact on cultures around the world. You know what I mean? Otherwise, we wouldn't be behaving so frivolously when we get on a record, when we get the chance to be, when we have talent. You can be dancehall. Nobody's stopping you from being everything else too, but we want the young energy to be in the reggae space.
That's it.
As foreigners are after it, they're taking it. There's nothing wrong with people doing your music, It's not a tug of war between us and nobody. Because if people love your music, they're going to perform it. Just like you perform big R&B records, a genre that they love from any other culture. That's important if we're truly international. So reggae is one love. And again, people are going to want to express, on the One Love platform, express their own love and passion for reggae. It's hard to find youngsters with your talent doing that. Yeah? So we appreciate you coming through and talking to us. But before we even wrap this up, to talk about your family, how do they feel about this now? What is the response from the church now?
Well, I no longer can sing on the praise and worship team, but I still go there.
Wow. They demoted you?
Huh?
They demoted you from the
like
team.
as soon as I'm here, so me at the reggae music, boy, I made that favorite praise and worship team. But that still has stopped my journey. My mom, oh my God, she's one of my biggest supporters.
Yes.
My mom support me all the way. Even though she know that being on the praise and worship was also one of my passions, she still encouraged me to do the right thing. She helped me to go after my dream. She not stop me none time. She just supports me along the way. Even though this interview that I'm doing, she's watching right now and she's proud of me. Oh,
Nice.
So,
well,
that's exactly.
My brethren, sometimes all you need is mommy. Yeah?
Yeah, not only my mom,
yeah,
the rest of my family,
We have to big up your mom now because she's your #1 fan, right?
#1 fan,
And she inspires you to be confident and to go forward. Cheers. All right, my friend. So we're going to leave the rest until when you come again.
Yeah.
To our stage. And and hope that we are going to be hearing us. Again, I don't want to pressure you, we are rooting for you, my friend.
Yeah.
Yeah? Yeah, man. So there you have him in this segment of our show. Kevoy Clarke. Remember the name? Kevoy Clarke. And still to come, the three-way partnership between Sizzla, Father Zana, and Maxine Stowe for education in Jamaica. And later, Razor B enjoys special love in Soca. All coming up.
On Stage with Winfred Williams.
Sizzla Kalonji is partnering with Liberty Promotions and Maxine Stowe to aid public schools across Jamaica. Joining us right now, right here on our stage, Maxine Stowe and Liberty Productions boss, Father Zana. Right now, right here on our stage. Whose initiative was this?
It's the initiative of Father Zana and Sizzla. I'm working with Sizzla on his initiative, Sizzla Youth Foundation in Augustown, where he's been since 2016 working with schools and young people of Augustown. And by him working with Father Zana, and Father Zana's intention to support schools in his hometown where this show is being held, and to carry it across the 14 parishes, it became a natural collaboration that needed infrastructure in order to carry it, the aims and objectives through.
Okay.
So I am now positioned personally in Ocho Rios, down by Island Village, where we're dealing with the tourists coming directly into Ocho Rios. So again, it was another natural growth for the population of the tourism, are also a natural philanthropic source that should be plugged in to this idea of assisting schools. It's like an organic coming together that we're putting infrastructure driven by events, and also other mechanisms where people can give back and give to the effort.
Zana, you want to aid education in Jamaica. Why?
Let me first begin by telling you my community where I'm from. That's up in Lodge District, right? My mom was a basic school teacher, right? And for over 50 years, I've grown in that system. And I leave and I went to America, right? Came back. When I came back, and the school that I went to as a kid, over 50 years, I saw no difference. I saw no changes. Things look backwards comparing to overseas, how I see the school system set up and how those little young ones is striving. So when I evaluate what's going on within that new set school in my area where I was from, I was like, no computers, not even one. And I'm not talking about just the kids. I'm talking about the whole inside of the system, not even the principal, not even one. That hurts my heart.
So what are the features of this partnership?
Well, we're looking for a system. And Maxine is here with me with her corporation. Sizzla's joining force with me, and we're going to try to aid as much school as possible. We're going to try to make sure that the public school in Jamaica gets some help from me, from my production. I started 20 years ago and I left because I kind of lost a lot of money at my first go, and it kind of hurt me. So I went away. I come back now with a different intention, is to make sure that I don't get distracted. This young lady here that I met through Sizzla, we all incorporate this now together, going forward with the vision. My plan is I'm going to help as much kids as possible to get on the level where they can be educated, the things that they don't have to help them go forward in life in the school system. That's what I'm all about. And if it's to get some uniforms, or if it's to get some extra computers, or whatever it is that they need the most within the public sector, I'm going to do what I have to do. But it goes beyond that.
So there's a tour, a musical tour.
Absolutely.
Across the 14 parishes of Jamaica.
Yes, sir.
So I suspect that would be to raise funds.
Yes, sir.
For these schools.
Absolutely.
Only from that will you seek to raise funds?
No, I have other businesses that I have my farm. You know, I have an agricultural farm in Jamaica where I have hogs and I got pigs and all these things on my farm that me and my brother is dealing with back in St. Anne's. So, and I have my businesses in New York that I'm dealing with on a level. However, my intention now is to create jobs within the sector of what I'm doing in Jamaica through my corporation, my company, and propel it so it can be able to fund what we're doing. I have enough things here to create revenues, money, and hire people to do what we have to do to make sure that this vision comes true, to help aid the school of Jamaica from the suckling in the breast to right up to high school. I have a scholarship fund that I also put in place. As long as you got a 3.9 GPA or 4.0, you know, when you graduate from high school, going to college, I have a scholarship fund for that.
Okay.
Where it should pay 4 years of your college, provided that you keep up your grades to that level.
And Maxine, speak a little bit about the tour and some of the others who will be helping to make it happen.
Well, the concept of the tour for me is public relations, you know, because for me the value is not just the person who is paying the ticket and attending the show, but, you know, as you know, it's social media, you know, your message is going across the world, and you have direct ways to contribute. You know what I mean? So the concept of the tour is to raise money, but also to raise awareness, and also to connect partners, you understand, who are also doing the same thing. And I think that's part of it. As Father Zana says, there's over 830 schools. You know, when I read in the paper, you know, ever so often I hear about this alumni situation, association, you know, different people, especially Jamaica has such a dynamic diaspora with individuals like Father Zana that really want to give back. So the tour for me is, and working on the tour, is to aim the objective of having the events become successful, but more so raising awareness and making connections to what I know is happening so that it comes up to a higher rate. You know, we can get to a point where, you know, we link with Apple or we link with Microsoft. You understand? To amplify the give back. There's an organization called Music Cares. You know, there's a lot of goodwill organizations that I think in working with someone like Sizzla Kalonji that is known globally, you understand, and with Father Zana's passion and focus, that we can also get other artists. There's a lot of other artists on the show, Luciano, Michael General, Admiral Tibet, Little Hero, Junior Cat, Puddy Roots, Terry Ganzi, Chesedek, and people who are on it that I've not called, but all of them are going to be educated and learn about, oh, it's not just a show to perform, you know? All of the music comes from these communities, right, that we are targeting, where these 830 schools are in need. And I think out of all the artists, I think Sizzla has, for me and my observation, is the most ahead in terms of building infrastructure in a targeted community to achieve this goal. So I think his partnership with Liberty Productions is going to be very explosive in terms of PR. Yeah, and I'm on the cruise ship pier by Island Village. So I see like every ship has like 7,000 people. You understand what I'm saying? And every day it's a different 7,000 people, right? So if we can connect this music CARES program for schools to this marketplace we can build. So that's what the connection in Ocheria specifically, where the show is being kept at Blue Hole.
Spring Paradise.
Spring Paradise.
Yeah.
It's on the White River Valley, right? That's a beautiful community-owned, not private sector, but community-owned attraction.
Yes, it is.
Right, in exchange. I went to about 5 or 6 different community-owned attractions. So the opportunity between the tourists, the community, White River Valley is so beautiful, you know what I mean? And even Sizzler's school and museum and entertainment is also on a riverbank. It's the Hope River, you know. Bedward is famous, it's world famous. So it was really interesting to see the 2 riverbanks coming together. You know, it's like a destiny that's showing you, yeah, something is going to click here. You know, a great opportunity.
And you're getting support from a number of other big names, Father.
Well, God knows what he's doing. If somebody's in your way that's going to hold you back and try to make things not work for you, God have a way how to, you know, remove them. Yeah, a lot of support will come, but first we have to set an example and be an example. So for those who want to follow, I welcome everybody. Believe me, I welcome everybody.
And it's a business you know a thing or two about.
Right. And
promotion.
Right, as long as you come in with the upliftment of the righteousness and say liberty and we're pushing this thing forward, I have no problem. Absolutely.
Well, you know, we have individual call back to do to both of you. Maxine for a number of other wonderful things that she's doing.
Yes, yes.
Her work, a tremendous body of work in music.
Right.
And what's happening with music now, Maxine. Well, I want you to come and hear this one-on-one. And you too. And you too, Father, because you have a history. You've tried this before, you've done this before.
Absolutely.
You have done some great things yourself. So we want to have you both back, not together, but in your own rights.
No problem.
Each of you. So now we're going to leave it here and ask people to support this project. How can they support it, though?
Yes, well, first you come to the show, March 11th, and have us further educate you. But we will be on a massive PR drive. You know, this initiates it. It was his birthday. It's really his birthday bash.
Oh, nice.
You know, so his friends are coming out, you know. And then, actually, it's also my birthday come Monday, the 13th.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, so it's a big Pisces right by the river with the fish.
So the only date at the moment is March 11th?
It's March 11th. Right. He does have a set of dates and targets, but we're not ready to announce them yet because we're getting this off the ground.
And you're open to the entire music space? All the artists that you can bring on board?
Yes,
and so
definitely. We'll be tapping
but already Sizzler is committed and is a partner.
Yes.
A part of the creation and the foundation of this.
Yes, sir.
So he's a fixture in the mix.
Yes, definitely.
Okay, and others could probably will join in and do maybe the 14 parishes too?
Like I said, I open arms.
Some of them Jamaicans, I see them in certain places for a long time, you know. So it would be good that you can deliver them.
It's being driven by the schools. It's not being driven by an entertainment center or whatever. It's the schools. Because this production on March 11th is driven by his basic school and his experience there. Yeah.
Well, Father and Maxine, thank you. Appreciate what I do, Reggie.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate it 100% for our education in Jamaica. Our kids need it.
Yeah, man.
And so we appreciate the effort, and I hope you guys will inspire a lot of people to come on board and to support it.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
So I just want to reiterate where it is. It's at the Blue Hole Spring Paradise. That's on the Exchange Road, coming out of Ocherias. People know the White River Reggae Park. That's a it's on
once you pass the golf course and you come up into the Lord Square, you make a left and you go right onto the river. It takes you right to the riverbank. You can't miss it.
Here you have them right here on our stage. Father Zana and, of course, Maxine Stowe. And the event is actually this weekend, okay? So you must consider supporting this worthy cause. And next, right here on our stage, Razor B. Do I have to say anything more?
On Stage with Winfred Williams.
The carnival season is very busy for Jamaican dancehall artist Razor B. What is it about his art that the soca market finds so appealing? Razor B is right now right here on our stage to answer that question for us and also bring us an update on his career. Right now on our stage, the controversial artist known as Razor B. Yes, sir. Bring in the controversy, right? Yes. Let's go there first.
Yes. Yeah.
Where is it? What's happening with it? How big is it?
Quite big. Very big. Almost 300,000 views on tongue. You know what I mean? So the tongues are actually wagging. Tongues are talking. And they're talking a lot of things. So it's great. You know what I mean? I'm really excited that I actually did this song and I did this video. And boy, it brings me back to a different place. The phone calls them are coming in from everywhere. So that's a good thing.
Is it why you've penetrated soca so well?
Well, you know what I mean? Soca is something that I've always loved. So that's kick, boom, kick out to foot them. Is my next soca song that I just released. I was in Trinidad and Trinidad Carnival. You know what I mean? I was in Miami Carnival prior before that.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Loving the whole soca vibe because if you can remember in 2016, when I say, I wish you wanted up in there, Skinny Fabulous reached out to me and him remix the song. So it had like a soca dancehall flavor to that song. So I've always loved soca. I've always had a love of soca. You know what I mean? I've always wanted to be that dancehall, soca, done.
Yes.
So that myself call myself.
Dancehall, soca, done.
Be the dancehall, soca.
So are you accepted in Trinidad?
I am, very much so, you know what I mean?
You're respected?
Very respected.
You're grounded in Trinidad?
Yeah, them love me over there. Even this morning, them play my song and I get all the video and I say, yeah, you see it like that.
Yeah.
I know me there, they still play my music, so which is great, you know?
Okay.
It's just the love that Trinidad showed me right across the board, you know what I mean? The first time I go to Trinidad with Pantason, a 4 show me doing a 1 day. The first time I go there, so I've been going back to Trinidad ever since. So Trinidad is like a home away from home, other than Canada.
And you're booked to appear at UWI Carnival?
Yes, man, I can't wait.
So you have carnival credentials?
Yes, man. Yeah, what you say, man.
So
remember my perform last year at St. Thomas Carnival, Tino.
Yeah.
Don't forget that I'm Michelle the whole ground.
So what that? So
he's a carnival man and a dancehall man and a reggae man.
But you eat Trinidad food. Because maybe they'll bring in a Trinidad. They'll call you.
Doubles.
No, sir, this is up here to Trinidad. We want to see the Trinidad.
No.
We want to see
that Trinidad, I want to see Jamaica then, and that's a dancehall. Because you see one thing I read about the Trinidad culture, you see, them don't play dancehall music, I think for about 3 months. So them focus mainly on their type of music in Winfred. You know what I mean? Where by the end of the day, whosoever win by the end of February, you know what I mean, win the road march. So it just focus on soca music. And places where I go hear the other soca artists them and sing even the artists them, other artists song for promote that song. You know what I mean? So it's just the whole unity and the love with the Trinidadian them bring amongst them own culture. I mean, I say, we in a dancehall for do that too. Being here, Bounty, anybody shouldn't vex with raise a big up on the stage and I sing them songs.
Yes.
Them fear sing my song too. I don't mind Bounty up on the stage and I say, yeah, look, boy, make your arm broke. You know what I mean? I said, we live good. That's like everybody else.
No, man, you have a good
Me go on stage and I say, Zaga. Yeah, and them something happen. Even a unity, that's like how I see the Trinidad artists, them live and everybody I eat. It's enough. Yeah. It's enough for all of it.
Maybe it's because you said tongue. That tongue thing,
It's true, everybody, nobody know why hear me. When you see the killer me and say, you are going to teach her? Yo, you. Hear me from over there, so no way I do. No, but Winfred, listen, everybody use them tongue. We use the tongue and talk. If we never use my tongue and talk, mother baby, you know what I mean? So we cannot tell adults what to do with their tongue. Why are we in people's private place and private, whatever you want to do with your tongue, do it, you know what I mean? And I'm the only artist who are brave enough to sing about the tongue. You know what I mean? And the females, them love it. So once the female, them love it, you know, them are going to run with it. You understand? So it must be a good thing that I've done why the video has been, it's clicking on it. People are clicking on it. You know what I mean? So you have the few who say, well, the Jamaica is there, you. Where are the move?
So where else are you relevant?
Well, everywhere. You know
and for what?
For my great music, the great music that I'm doing, and I mean, like, you know, the catalog starts from Hot Up in the Broke Back, Happy Moment, Hanky Panky, We Not Left. It's just like, the list goes on. I've won awards in many different places. I'm one of the artists who, I've been to Chile, you know what I mean, and I headlined in Chile where 1,000 female in bikinis were sitting there by the poolside waiting for Razor B to perform. Who else can say they did that? You know what I mean? I'm in Colombia with 40,000 people, you know? I'm excited about that. Most of the shows I'm doing in Trinidad, you know what I mean, at that time, I'm the headliner. And the stadium, them full. Canada, you name it. I've been to many places in the Caribbean. I've been on tour twice in Europe, and I'm going back this summer in Europe on tour. So by the end of the day, a person who haven't done music in such a long period of time, because I kind of take a break a little bit, because I kind of nurture my son born, and, you know what I mean, I want to be a good father, to nurture him, and make sure that, you know what I mean, I grow him up now, he just turned 5, birthday just passed. I'm about to take him to Disney for his birthday, and then we'll come back and we'll go Uni Carnival. So by the end of the day, it's the great, we don't have to just do music. We just have to do great music and music what people love. As much as them are born out tongue, I do music for fun. Music that Razor B do, it's fun music.
Is that what?
Me never do music for hurt nobody.
Okay.
So I don't know, them shouldn't have burden me like that. My type of music not hurt nobody, not affect nobody, it brings joy and brings pleasure.
So is that what's driving your career into these markets, in like the Latin market and so markets?
I think it's the performance, because when I go to anywhere, I get
your stagecraft.
Yeah, exactly. My stagecraft. I do put on an excellent show here in Jamaica and overseas. It doesn't matter if it's 10 person in the audience or 10,000. It's the same performance I'm giving every single time. I never water down a performance, because I'm not there to. I'm there for my fans, obviously. But when I'm there, I just know I'm at work. So I'm at work and I'm doing a job, because I'm paid to do this job, and I'm going there to give my full 100. And that's it. I'm leaving it right there.
So we see this happening to a few artists in dancehall, where they're penetrating Latin America, Central America, South America. What are some of them not doing right? I know you say you are performance and so on and so forth. What should they do? Reggaeton,
that's taking over.
Reggaeton is massive, huge down there.
Big.
And it's dancehall rhythms. Shouldn't Jamaican artists be bigger in those markets?
You know what? I think it's our business etiquette. You know what I mean? I don't think we deal with business professionally enough here, to be quite honest with you. You know what I mean? Like when you get a phone call, our producer call you from, our promoter call you from overseas, sometimes, you know what I mean, we feel the ego. I think it's egoistic about us, where they don't answer the phone call, and when they do answer the phone call, they don't deal with the person as professional as how that person on the other hand expected for them to be dealt with.
As a client.
As a client, you know what I mean? They delay the phone calls, them take long to send the email, them overprice, or if the person say even $1,000 less, sometimes the artists don't even sometimes know. You understand? Sometimes the artists don't know. I mean, even the other day I was talking to a person in Panama, and they was explaining the same thing to me, where they tried to reach out to an artist. Manager answered the phone. Manager said, I want $8,000. All right, the person said, them have 7. Man, I said, no, I'm not do the show. So the person know the artist and comes to boom and meet the artist and say, all right, and the artist said, what you say? Of course, me I've never been there before. If I told you that, yeah. You know, so it kind of mashing up the market in a weird, you know what I mean? So it's always have to be a communication between the management, the artist, you know what I mean? The artist have to know what the manager do, and the manager have to know what the artist do, you know what I mean? In order for this business to grow. Yeah. So a lot of people don't want to do business with us, because sometimes they even pay the money and the artist doesn't show up, or something where we want to bring too many persons and the person can't afford. Who is missing out? The fans. The artist is also missing out of their pocket too.
But
there's so many things.
And the promoters have alternatives now.
Yeah.
There's Afrobeat.
Exactly, there's Afrobeat. So now what? No, so that's why we get shut out, because now you have Afrobeat and the reggaeton and the
Soca.
Exactly. So right now, all right. So which part we in our music? Bottom.
They have alternatives.
Yeah, we down, low. And we know that.
Yeah.
We can feel it, we can see it. Because when you're looking at the stadium, them, you know, and the reggaeton, you know, full. When you're looking at the stadium, Soca, full. When you're looking at the stadium, them, Afrobeat, full.
Reggaeton have DJs that are drawing
thousands.
Massive crowds.
Thousands.
DJ, one sound system in a way.
Thousands. Because of the type of music that they're playing. High energy, high tempo, vibe. When last you hear a compilation out of Jamaica? When last you hear a bad rhythm? When last you have a hit song? All we focus on is the negative part of it instead of pushing positivity. You know what I mean? Every day your artists are war with artists, or this are war with that, and this are war with this. You understand?
Distraction.
Unity, so much distraction.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And when we come out with a great song, we don't push it hard enough.
And business is business.
Business is business.
It's
So
if the fun is on the stage.
Yeah.
And all the things that you will do, the theatrics and so on. But after that, before that, it's business.
Business, 100%.
Focus, discipline, presented
Be
properly.
professional, yeah.
Yeah.
Be professional about it.
Anyway, Razor.
Yeah, man. Now we say, man.
As usual, brother.
Definitely, man.
Go out there and go around the thing.
Yeah, man. I say, and do remember, check me out at Ewe Carnival next weekend. You don't know if I'm 16, 17, 18. And we can't leave without big up my team. We have a big up Flex, we have a big up Janice, we have a big up Booba. I can't leave without, we have a big up my family. You know, we can't fall upon Ansage. Because them watch. Them know one of the biggest platforms in the globe. This is
Johnny's make sure. See her over there watching making sure. When you come after that, she will give you some marks. Some mark down for things you said that you shouldn't have said. Okay? And on stage. But no,
definitely. And look out for the album also, you know, I mean, it's got something for everyone. We'll be dropping shortly. I'm excited about that, something for everyone, everything on it. I have so many different tracks on it. And the first single I fight is Tongue. Big problem. Many more songs.
All right,
you kick out your foot them. Thanks again, I appreciate it, man.
All right. Anytime, Reggie. All right, so there you have him in this segment, the man Razor B. And that's our show for this week. Winfred Williams, on behalf of all of us, thanking you for joining us. Do join us again next week for more On Stage. Thanks for watching our video. Please click subscribe and be on our stage anywhere, anytime, always.